Hi, this is James Scott with Board on the Bayou. In this episode, I'm reviewing Dice Throne Season 1 by Roxley Games. 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up, plays in about 20 to 40 minutes. By Nate Chatlier and Manny Tremblay. I'm pretty much going to review and show you the game. It's pretty simple. I love this game. I'll say right off the bat, it's fantastic. This is easily at 8.5, 9 for me. I just love for the fact that it's so simple. You can grab it and just put everything out and teach it in a few minutes, and everybody's ready to go to play. You have your different character cards that you'll get. This is the Barbarian. You got your Shadow Thief, your Pyromancer, your Monk, your Paladin, and your Moon Elf. That's the ones that come in Season 1. Then on top of that, you'll get you a little sheet that describes some of your special abilities, and we'll show you what's on each of the dice faces. Then in these little trays, which is a fantastic idea, whoever did this at Roxley, great idea. Wish it would have had a lid on it. That's the only thing. I will say I am backing Season 2 because after playing this, I immediately ran out, and Season 2, I've got to get all the new characters. The new season will have lids on it, but these, hopefully it may have some upgrade, but your whole character, all the stuff you need for your characters is right here. And for like such as the Barbarian, you'll have your nice little health counter here, real good cardboard stock, rolls. A couple of mine, I did find some of the wheels are a little off, so they kind of rub and it's kind of hard to turn. But the combat points are basically mana that you use to use your ability. Every turn you'll get one. Your bag of your tokens. Well, you get your tokens. I put mine in a little bag for each character because most characters have different abilities. So you'll get your 5 dice unique to each character. Really nice dice. The images are deep imprinted in there. These won't wear out. And each player also gets a deck of the card with their character on the back. The deck is about half unique for your character and half that are kind of a common that pretty much every deck has, such as modifying dice rolls, ignoring damage. But then there's these, which is really great, is you pay the cost in this upper corner, and you can place that on your board, and now your smack ability is a smack level 3 ability, and now it's been modified. So he now has this special little ability here, which on 4 of a kind, the attack becomes undefendable. So they have different ones pretty much for every ability. Most abilities only go up to level 2 in most characters. A few abilities have level 3s. I'm hoping in the future they may have upgrades in that for these current characters to upgrade them to have level 3s in that. But this is a game, if you're familiar with Yahtzee, which pretty much everybody is, it's a Yahtzee press your luck type mechanic. You roll your 5 dice. Decide what dice you want to keep, which one you want to re-roll. You get 3 total rolls, and you use the symbols on the dice to use one of your abilities to attack your opponent. There's, like such as smack, which deals damage, and this one deals damage, but it's undefendable. You have healing on this character, and then when you attack your player, the other opponent, if you damage him, then he's got a chance to roll he's got a defense roll. Some characters have actually 2 defense rolls and they get to decide. And obviously you have your ultimate, which is Yahtzee. If you get all of the symbols, which happen to be all the 6s, you can use your top ultimate ability, which are pretty nice. And the games I've played, we've yet to roll that. One of the mechanics I really like this, because I'm not a huge fan of the pressure luck mechanics, King of Tokyo and that type. I like them, just not a huge fan of them. But I do like it in this game, because in this game there are ways to modify the dice. So you're not solely relying on the dice. You may get extra rolls. You may be able to turn any dice into a 6. There's some wild ones in here. You can play the ability. You can turn the dice to whatever you want. So it puts more skill, a little bit more skill into it, instead of it just being a pure luck, which I really enjoy. I like the fact that they did that. And that's pretty much, my thoughts on the game. Like I said, I really enjoyed the game. The quality of the material is fantastic. It has the rule book, real colored layout, has for each of the characters kind of a little brief description of their style of play and the difficulty. I found that every character, which is really nice, that every character plays so differently. Whereas the barbarian they give it a 1 is easy. It pretty much is. All of his dice generally is attack, 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 and heal. That's it. Some of them have little mechanics. The monk works up his chi. He can use the chi tokens to increase his damage or ignore damage. It's a really nice one. I like him too. Some of them are like the pyromancer is just pure damage. Even their defense, it does more damage. It doesn't actually block damage. There is in the rule book towards the back variants, which I think they came up with some great ideas. Most of the time, this is probably best played 1 versus 1. In the multiplayer, you have to sit every other. They recommend sitting every other. And when you roll or when you attack, you have to roll on the dice to determine who you attack. Either the person to the left, right, or if it's I think it's a 5, you get to choose, and if it's 6, your opponent gets to choose who you attack. Nah, it's okay. You don't. It takes out the favoritism out of it. You're not. Oh, you're picking on me. No, I rolled. I think if anyone who's played Magic the Gathering Commander, I think this game, I would really like to try this as Commander style, which is to say you have a person in the middle and your 2 guys on your side, and it's a 3 versus 3. I think this game would really play well with that. But they also have free-for-all rules, different little game mods. But other than that, it's a fantastic little game. These character cards are really nice, thick cardboard. Like I said before, the dice is really good. Cardboard punch out for all the different tokens, and there's actually quite a few tokens. Like I said, the monk has a bunch of the different chi, cleanse, and evades, and I believe that is the shadow thief, has poisons and shadows. Really well done. These, like I said, these counters are real nice. The only problem I had, like I said, some of these wheels are different sizes, and we found that sometimes when you're doing some of the health, you got to hold on to the other one, because you'll end up spinning the 2 because they're rubbing in the middle. The cards are a good satin finish card that, as I always call, a canvas type finish to it. And of course, I forgot to also mention, you also get a little turn order card to remind you The game pretty much plays in an upkeep phase, income, where you get a card and a CP. Then you get your offensive. If you're playing multiple player, you're more than 2 players, and you get a targeting phase. Then the other player defends, and then you get another main phase and discarding. I really like it too. Another good thing I've been finding that they're really keeping this game fresh on the rules. This one, as you can see, is version 1.1, and they tell you it's a living document. If you go on their web page, they actually have the rules for that are updated, and they're constantly updating the rules as problems are found and everything. There's a guy on Board Game Geek that has taken the FAQ and put it as consolidated on a really nice page. So if you got a question on the rules, definitely go visit his page. Just on the forums, look under rules. And he did a collection of all the FAQs he's gathered from all the Reddits. Hopefully Roxley might do something like that on their website, but I definitely, if you play this game, you'll want on there, because there's going to be a lot of timing questions, such as the paladin ignores the damage, but does he still get to roll a defense? Yes, he does, because it is still technically damaged, and then you ignore it after. So, like I said, there is some timing questions we came up with that they pretty much all answered. And it appears that they're going to do a season. It looks like it could be close to every year, because this came out beginning of this year, end of this year. They got season 2 coming out with 8 new characters. That one, as soon as I get it in, I'll definitely do an unboxing and review on that. And like I said, I can't gush anymore, I guess. Fantastic little simple game. Pull it out, grab 2 characters, especially once you've learned it a few, and play in a few minutes. And after you, like I said, after you learn it a little bit, you won't necessarily need these little sheets with your abilities. And so this is James Scott with Boar in the Bayou. Definitely give Dice Thrones a good 8.5, 9. Definitely one of my must-buys. And like I said, I like this so much, I'm going to be getting season 2. So always remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you.